So how ahead are you guys of me? Like how much catching up do I have to do right now?
Like, you mean like,
I've also only
it depends on who you're asking.
yeah.
Me and John, maybe 5.
I normally do an opening crack to start these episodes. Does anyone have an unopened beer that they'd like to participate in the opening crack with?
Mitch, you don't have
Get a
one
beer,
right now.
oh, yeah.
Want me to get you one?
Get a beer.
Go give me a beer.
What do you want? You want a Michelob?
Everyone's ahead, yeah.
And he's the blanket.
They all rush the process.
And he's the blanket.
They
boy.
ain't trust it.
It'll be perfect.
All right, Mitch, you get to do the ceremonial crack.
Fine cactus. What the hell?
They're delicious.
All right. So what I'll do here is I'll count us down, and then we'll crack these, and then I'll do the little intro, bring the 4 of you guys in, and we'll just have a good time.
Sounds good.
All right.
In 3, 2, 1. Welcome to the Beers with Bands podcast with your host, Michael Torres. What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Beers with Bands. Very stoked to, it's been a little while since I think I've had a Philly band on. Please don't look at the last few episodes because it probably wasn't that long ago, but I haven't recorded an episode in almost a month, so it feels like a long time. But I'm very stoked to be welcoming Familiar Ghost to the podcast. How are you guys doing?
Doing
Doing
good.
Pretty great.
Hell yeah. Before we get too far in, for people that might not be aware of Familiar Ghost, kind of like this emo punk amalgamation. I feel like there's a little bit of everything kind of in there, depending on what song you kind of find. But overall, some sick jams coming out of it. Can we kind of go around the room and say who you are and what you do in Familiar Ghost?
Start.
Yeah. My name's Andrew. I'm the drummer. And we have all kinds of different like percussion in there. So there's like little like bongos and all kinds of stuff. That's me.
Okay.
Sean, guitar and vocals. I also just kind of help write all the parts and like orchestrate everything as well.
I'm Mitch. I am the trumpeter of the band, filling in for our bass player Matt right now because he's on future dad duty. So, but yeah, in this band. I'm the trumpeter. So
You're also the bassist. By
yeah,
far the bassist.
that's what I'm filling in, but not the standard one.
And I'm John. I play guitar.
Hell yeah. Before we kind of jump into everything, obviously we're talking about you being a fill-in bass player and also doing the trumpet parts. If people go to the Bandcamp for this album, it's in a crazy list of people that have been on this record. Like, there's so many people that have helped out. Like, that's fucking insane and amazing all at the same time.
Yeah, we kind of just the next record's gonna be the same way. It's just more of a collective, and that we hit up every friend we know who plays an instrument, and they come down my basement. We record some shit and figure out where it goes. We don't really know how the songs are gonna end up until the very end. We're like, all right, this is it. But as we're writing it, it's bare bones, and at the end, there's a million people on it.
Yeah.
Dude, hell yeah. So, I feel like we'll kind of route our way back into that, but like, for a lot of people, this is, a relatively newer band. You guys did your first tour this year also with this. I think the first singles came out later last year. I forgot to write down the exact dates. But kind of take me back to like the start of this project, because some people might know you from obviously various other projects, probably in the Philly scene. Obviously, the way we kind of know each other is from Dr. Feelgood from the last time you were on, but like, it's been a long time since then.
Just okay.
They're still okay?
No, Dr. Feel okay. Just okay.
Oh shit, my bad. That's right. I think I made that same mistake probably in
No,
that
I
episode.
was just gonna say this.
Dr. Feelgood's trademark. We might.
Vince Neil will definitely sue.
But take me back to the beginning, because I think I saw a post where like originally these Familiar Ghost is a place to put all the songs that don't fit together, so that way they can kind of live together in this project. Like take me back to those origin stories.
Sure, yeah. So basically what Familiar Ghost is kind of like this super group of sorts of all of our friends. We're like Me, John, and Mitch all played in Uncle Dan for probably the past 8 years.
Mhm.
So we all played together, and then Matt was in Dr. Feel Okay, who is having a baby in November, so obviously he can't be here. But Mitch is filling in for him, and then Andrew is in Baby Jones Locker with me. This is my brother's band, and we've been, obviously I took all these people, all my favorite people, and just kind of formed them into this, whatever this is, and basically putting out all these songs that I've written over the years, and it's been fucking fun.
I'm
Yeah,
Baby
good time.
Jones too.
You are also a big
Mitch is a staple of every project.
Mitch is he's a legend on every instrument.
Yeah, and Shawnee's the man of a million side projects. So this is just kind of like you said, the culmination of bits and pieces of each of those side projects that come together with just dude's writing all day, every day. So he has 1,000 songs.
Yeah.
And like, whether they fit that model of like, this would be an Uncle Dan song, this would be a Baby Jones song. This is all just his genius at work.
Oh,
So, yeah.
Was the thought always to like, obviously it's kind of like the side project, but was it the thought always to be like, okay, we're gonna make this full band and kind of bring everyone in?
So honestly, when I started, it was more just I want these songs to exist. And as we get older, like Chal, our best buddy, and Uncle Dan, he had just had a baby. So like Uncle Dan kind of isn't playing as many shows. Baby Jones, my brother's in college right now. Just like a bunch of things going on where it's like, all right, well, I need something to do. Who the hell's ready to do this with me? And like we're trying to play a tour next year. I want just all these songs to exist and just to be able to tour the world. So this is the combination of my best friends. It's pretty easy. And everybody knows me enough in my songwriting that when I put 4 chords in front of them, now it's a song.
Well, the debut album, for people that haven't checked it out yet, is called Ghost Familiar. Ghost Familiar by the band Familiar Ghost. Say that some in amalgamation 10 times fast. I don't know. It probably won't work. But like this LP is sick because like while there is like if you go back to like your original testament of like these are songs that don't fit that can live together, there's this still like syncopation throughout the entire record that still works, where it all feels like a cohesive thing, like they were always supposed to go together, if that makes any sense.
Oh, hell yeah. I appreciate that. Definitely. There was thought behind the songs we chose in that, like, we definitely wanted them to go, and they all have a similar theme. So like John said, I got 60 to 70 songs written where like I kind of went through and I'm like, all right, where do lyrics make sense? Where does this make sense to go into the next part? And like the first song.
The album could have been what? It was like
It was supposed
21...
to be 20 songs.
Yeah.
Jeez.
We cut a lot out.
Yeah.
But a lot of those songs will be on the next record.
Exactly.
Keep it going. But yeah.
Yeah, that's insane. It's very rare that I feel like I talk to people that can just like kind of crank out songs. And I forget their name entirely, but there was someone else that I had on that they were just like the same way, where they can kind of just crank stuff out just really easy. And I just find that so fascinating. Like as someone that has never written a song, but like in my head I'm like, oh, I wonder if like this would work. Like it just never works. Like I don't have that ability. So it's crazy every time I come across someone that can do that.
I mean, it's not like some sort of genius thing. Like half these songs, like I said, they're 4 chords. And like hell, that we were right before we got on this, we were recording a song where I'm like, I'm pretty sure this is cool, and I don't know. And then now there's piano on it. Now there's this. Now there's this. And Mitch just laid bass down. I'm like, all right, now it really is a song. And like, so it's not just me. Like the shit comes together because of all my friends and all the people that are around me. So it's nice to have all these people.
I'll give you props though, because like I'll try to write a song for the band, and I'm like, this isn't a Sean song, but he plays me a song, and I instantly hear it. I'm like, oh, okay, this is what we're supposed to do. So,
All right.
yeah,
I'll take it. I don't want the compliment fest though.
Too bad.
And then, kind of rounding back to that initial statement you said a little bit ago where, you just invite your friends over and they kind of do what feels right to kind of make these songs flesh out. When like these guys are coming in and laying down instruments and stuff like that, is there like take me to that moment. Like, is there a guidance that you give them to begin with, or is it more just like you play kind of what you have and then it's just kind of like a jam it out and see what feels right and then decide to hit record?
Yes. Yeah, definitely. So what I'm like, I love all genres of music, and I know people say that, but I genuinely listen to everything. And so what helps is John's my like punk metal guy. Mitch is like also loves punk and metal, but he's like funky. He'll show me like the weirdest like Japanese like ska band or something. And then he's like very emo, very like any modern baseball type of like Primo Drive, drum fills, and all this different stuff. So it's nice to like go in and be like, all right, I'm thinking this, do this thing, and then like I'm like picking all the genres, and I'll tell them, and then it comes out however it was supposed to come out. And almost every time it's how it was in my head, because these guys know how I'm thinking.
Yeah, 9 times out of 10, he has the structure, which, like he said, is more often than not a couple of chords, 4 chords.
Yeah.
But it's like the rhythm will change, or the drums will change, and those 4 chords can sound like a completely different song.
Yep.
The intensity will just change.
Exactly.
Like,
yeah, the tempo, whatever it is.
Yeah.
4 chords played over and over again, it doesn't get boring, and it sounds sonically interesting. But he always has the basis, and usually has the lyrics completely written, which I can write a riff, or I can write a lead or a guitar part or whatever, but trying to like sit down and write lyrics, I sound like an idiot, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It sounds like third-grade poetry when I say it.
I'll write the lyrics and the melody to the lyrics.
Yep.
So they all exist. And like, he's a savant. So I'll just be like, hey, I'll sing the song. Like, what's the key? And I'll be boop, doop, boop, doop. Oh, that's the key. I'm like, okay. And then I can sometimes, if I don't know the chords, I'll figure it out from him just telling me what the key is of the song. So it helps.
I mean, just goes back, not to just kind of prop you up, but like that kind of just goes back to kind of like what I was saying. Like, I can't do that. Like, I try and think of lyrics in my head, and like you said, it just sounds like third-grade poetry. It doesn't make any fucking sense. It'll never translate to anything. But it's just really sick to see these come through. And then I love just like how everyone has their own influences in this, because like one song that really sticks out every time it gets to it in the album is Tornado, where it kind of gets into that like heavierness, more almost hardcore, almost like that like oi punk style. That track is just so killer to me, and it's the one that I'm always like kind of been waiting for every time I get through the album. Not to say that the rest of the songs aren't good.
No.
It's just that mid album just like kind of perks you back up to take you to the end. It's sick.
Yeah, we have a friend in Fameless Records that told us he would put it out in vinyl, and he told us that before the record even came out. He just saw us live before the record came out, and I was like, all right, well, and I like purposely put that song as track 7, so it would be the start of side B.
Ooh.
So as soon as like that is the next thing. But yeah, that one that came along so well. He killed it on trumpet. It's that song rips. I'm a big fan of that one.
You wouldn't know it, but it is Tornado.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Kind of a bit
Tomato,
that
tomato.
like we've had so many people at shows be like, you playing Tornado? I'm like, Tornado. Like immediately, like, that's always my response. But yeah, that's the joke title.
I mean, it's always great to have joke titles in there. Like I really loved Camel Crushin' as the title. Just the play on that is great. Audible Sigh. How can you not love that as a song title as well?
Yes.
Also, that's like that song for people that have listened to it. Obviously, starts off very odd. Like there's, I don't know if there's a better way to put it.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it's strange.
It's so our buddy Neil, who we actually invited him to be here tonight because he's like, I don't know, he's almost like a mascot for us. We love him so much, and he came over. So I had the idea. I wanted to start like with really soft vocals and be like sing-songy, and I was like, yeah, why don't you just sing it? And he's like, what do you want me to do? And I was like, just sing how you sing. And he just did this weird voice, and like, I don't know what he's going for, but it made me laugh so hard. And like, it was a day where I had like Jake from Shift Meal over and my buddy Q over to sing. Like everybody was here drinking, and like we're all just laughing at him doing it. I was like, dude, that's going on the fucking record. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
And then you play what's that instrument?
It's called the strum stick. It's like this little 3-string instrument. And yeah, we sat there and it took us probably 3 hours to record that little 15 seconds of strum stick.
We were wasted. It was like 3 a.m.
Yeah, we literally finished 3 a.m. We're drunk and I'm just like, I'm tired. I'm like, Sean, please.
Well, because he shows me the strum stick, right? And he starts playing it. I'm like, oh, this is like this like Asian Japanese type of instrument. Like, sounds so pretty. And he starts playing it like all bluesy. I was like, well, yeah, that can't be how it's supposed to be played. And yeah, that song is just, I don't know, a goofy song that I thought could go into the next song, and I could not put it on the record.
Yeah.
It's too fun.
Yeah. And then, I mean, it does flow really well into the next song. So like I had to listen to it back a couple times to just really feel like where like the end and the kind of like the break was. Which I feel like I had to do that on a couple songs, which is great because I always love getting kind of lost in the song and then kind of realizing like, oh, it's been a minute. Like this is like they transitioned so well, we're like kind of get lost in the sauce type of deal. One thing that I thought was kind of cool and unique, obviously, you know, playing this record on repeat, so it really just flows back and forth. You know, you get to the last song of, I don't want to butcher titles, the end, in parentheses, again, question mark, and then, you know, it goes right into the return. So I really got a kick out of that when I realized that I was doing that. But is there a reason that you kind of have it starting off as like what's the return of, I guess, to start off this record?
So it's like the whole lyrical thing of the whole record is kind of like this thing of cycles, and I'm obsessed with cycles. Like half my songs are about it, whether it's like reincarnation and coming back, or like, you know, absolving your sins and like all these things, but also mostly the cycle of like you get depressed, you drink, you get happy, you drink. Like it's like you always come back to these vices, and like they go over time and you spiral, and like I don't know. I like the idea of so many things in life come back. So like when I wrote The Return, that was written as an ending song. Yes, please, another one. And so that The Return was supposed to be the last song, but when I wrote the end, I was like, this would be so fun to have The Return be the first song, and it kind of the end go into that. And then my fiance's on the record where she sings at the end, and that was another thing where I was just drunk recording. She came down and she's like, I can sing this. I'm like, really? And she's now like, she cannot go on stage. She's got anxiety. She's like, oh, like she was just drunk with me and we sang that song. And I was like, this came out exactly how I wanted it to be. But yeah, that's the whole thing is I just, you know, I feel like everybody in their life has some cycle that keeps going back and back and back. And that's the whole point of the record, really.
Yeah, no, I love that mentality. And also just to, you know, on top of that, also have your fiance kind of come in and do this too. Like it's cool. It's always cool like having your friends on it, but having someone that's like that close, that like you said, has anxiety, probably would never go on stage and do this, but to still come down and like lay it down like that, that's very sick.
Right. She's upstairs playing Sims at this very moment.
Is there any song on this record? Obviously, you have a sick amount of friends that can play, you know, instruments and do all this cool shit. But is there anything on this record that like came out way different than you anticipated it would?
I'm gonna go through the thing. We think Return.
I kind of made Tornado a little.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
the very so. Our buddy Chal played our first show with us before Andrew was here. Chal and Uncle Dan right before the baby. He played our first show, and the ending was actually like way more heavy. And then Mitch put his bass down, and he has that ska ending, and that's by far Chal's favorite song because it's punk and it's metal. That's what he loves. And then we showed him the final thing. He's like, "What the hell's that ska ending? What are we doing?" I'm like, yeah. I was like, I don't know. I love that shit.
Yeah.
But he tried to put that ska bass line throughout the whole song. And I was like, no, it's too much.
Couldn't help himself.
Yeah. He tries to skank up everything we do. I gotta pull it back.
And I don't mean to just keep peppering Sean with all these questions too. For everyone else, like obviously you know who you're working with when you come in and do this. Like, was there any tracks that you guys were kind of most surprised that like when he showed it to you, or had like the initial thought that you're like, I don't know if this one's gonna fully work how you think it's gonna work?
I think definitely Tornado compared to the usual songs that we're all playing together is a very big risk in the fact that it gets a lot heavier and
Yeah.
it changes, tempos quite a bit. And it's some experimental stuff compared to what we're used to. There's
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing. Tornado, not to keep talking about that song.
yeah.
But yeah, I'm like Shawnee said, I'm mostly metal influenced. Obviously, same as Shawnee, I listen to a little bit of everything, punk, jazz, pop, whatever. But yeah, hearing that just heavy drop D,
Yeah.
that was, I loved that. And I felt like that was right up my alley.
Yeah.
And then I could play an entire, I could keep the whole song
In
going
that
in that
beginning,
direction.
yeah.
Yeah, but
There is
then
a
to
song on the
have
new
it-
record that does that.
Exactly.
It stays heavy.
but then to have it kind of not quite a 180, but to change the way it does into like just right in the pocket for Familiar Ghost is just
It's fun.
fucking genius.
Well, I will say it wasn't just me. Like I obviously had that heavy part written, and because of that, I actually recorded those vocals. That song and "Guilty by Dissociation," the only songs I didn't record vocals by myself. So the singer Jared from Skullpresser, it's Mike Kennedy from the Wonder Years. It's his side project, and like I heard them, I was like, "Holy shit, this is heavy! This is so good!" Knew they were from Philly. I hit them up, and as soon as I looked him up on Instagram, Jared's first post was like Jeff Rosenstock. And I was like, oh, this metal dude's and also in the Jeff Rosenstock. So I hit him up. We were like texting every day. And like I just went and recorded with him. And he was supposed to do the vocals on that part. And he hit me up last second. He's like, dude, this song is in the weirdest fucking key. Like, I don't know how you're even singing this demo. And I was like, shit. He's like, I'm so sorry, brother. I can't do it. I was like, it's all right. So like, literally a day before we submitted the album, I like recorded those vocals right before, and I just screamed my top of my lungs a million times. My fiance's like, dude, are you done? Like you screamed that song like a million times. I was like, I'm putting everything I have into this because it was supposed to be a really actual hardcore singer,
Yeah.
not my vocals. So I had to like really try on that one.
Well, it came through just fine. Obviously great outcome. We've been kind of hinting at it. Obviously there's some new stuff in the works already. Obviously this record just dropped in July, but kind of like what's on the horizon for Familiar Ghost, like music wise?
So yeah, we got a new single that's going to come out that was supposed to be on this record, but like we just didn't finish up in time. So it's a B-side. And it's called All I Want Is. It comes out September 3rd, so it'll be out by the time this podcast comes out. But it goes right into Less, so it's kind of like all I want is less, and it goes right into it. Like that's the whole gist of that song. But I think obviously the way the return and the end worked, I think it's kind of cool to have a song that goes into another song. Who was the record you were showing me that they have two different songs on different records that go into each other?
JPEG Mafia.
JPEG Mafia.
Yeah.
And also Kid Cudi does it as well.
Yeah.
So like I feel like it's
little director's cut
Yeah.
type thing.
but I don't know many punk bands that do that stuff.
Yeah.
And a lot of rap artists will do it with shuffle. I like what I'm hearing. Good crack. I like what I'm hearing, Michael. But no, I like that idea of like if you shuffle this. I remember I was in high school and I listened to this YouTube song. It was Kid Cudi. It was Dose of Dopeness. And when it ends, it goes right in the day and night. And I was like, whoa. So I like downloaded both songs and played them at the same time. I was like, that's so sick. Like, these songs aren't even on the same album. They're like, this is some weird B-side he put out.
Yeah.
And I was like, I think I want to do that same thing. So I don't know. It's pretty rad. But other than that single, you know, the next thing on the horizon is we just want to tour a lot more. We're planning a tour with our buddies in Shift Meal next year.
Yeah.
I
I mean, also heading up to Connecticut to
oh god,
studio record.
yeah,
The
in November.
next one.
Yeah, we'll. I feel like that might be a whole new conversation. If we go into that, we're gonna talk for another 20 minutes.
Yeah, it's true.
Hey, this is all I got going on tonight. That's fine.
All right. It's good. All right, well, then
Yeah,
we can talk about that.
yeah, talk about it.
So we went on this tour with Chalzen, and holy shit, dude! Chalzen is not only maybe the best band I've ever seen, but the coolest fucking guys ever. That we did just 4 days with them. And when we got done, we're all like wasted at 2 a.m., like
Yeah.
hugging each other, like "Ah, I love you guys so much, man. Like how we only know each other 4 days. And so we played with them in Connecticut, and there was another band called Uncle Sonny that absolutely blew our minds. Like
Yeah,
we were in the crowd, like just fangirling. Like they were so goddamn good. And
what did Matt say their like genre was?
like almost like psych rock. But
Yeah,
like not. But he explained them as psych rock.
Right. So we were not that we were expecting the worst, but we were expecting kind of like, I don't know, like
Boring.
shoegazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe boring. Okay.
They were not.
They were
not
not
boring.
Good Lord.
they were
Going from
incredible.
like Eagles type harmonies to hardcore breakdowns to
Dude.
just like math
And
rock.
like they just had pedals that were like
Yeah, they had pedal
just, like,
boards.
building up to crazy breakdowns. And like like you said, they would do a breakdown and they're like, all right, next song, drummer's gonna sing, and the drummer sings this Eagles beautiful rock song. Like,
Yeah.
what the hell is going on? We were amazed. And then
Yeah.
we found out that the drummer of Uncle Sonny, Isaac, who's the fucking coolest dude, he recorded Chalzen's last 2 records, which sound amazing. So we're like, dude, we would love to come up to Connecticut and do this. He's like, easily, and he's scheduled us on for November. So we're just finishing this up. Yeah, getting good cracking. Yeah.
Nice. Hell yeah.
Could have been better.
But so yeah, we're going up and we're gonna spend a week with him and just having fun once again, inviting all our friends up to do as much as we want. Chalzen said they're gonna do some group vocals with us, which if you ever listen to Chalzen, their group vocals are to die for.
Mhm.
So this record's gonna be kind of cool. And it's cool to do something
Yeah.
professional because we haven't done that.
Mhm.
This is
In
everything's
this
been
band, no.
no, yeah, Uncle Dan has
Yeah.
done
Yeah.
professional stuff, but yeah, this is gonna be exciting.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude. I'm stoked because, like, I mean, granted, we're in 2025, so even recording in a basement, like, it's not like how it was recording in a basement even 10 years ago. Like I tell a lot of people, you have it. All the younger bands nowadays kind of have it made where you don't listen to very many recordings and you're like, oh no, that was for sure in a basement because it just sounds like dog shit. Everything sounds at least decent or amazing nowadays, and like this record sounds great. But yeah, getting to do a full studio style session, and also to getting going for a week and getting to take your time with people that are like cool and like down to earth, where like some people pay crazy amounts to go do like 3 days and they're like, we have to rush through this fucking record. I'm sure that this next record is just going to be even better than Ghost Familiar, and like take it all up a whole notch.
Yeah, it definitely will be, and that's not saying anything bad about this record because I love this
No.
record. But
Yeah,
next one's, and like you said, the biggest part is working with someone cool, like someone nice, not going to a studio and some pretentious guy's like, I don't give a shit. Like Isaac's gonna produce it. He's gonna talk about it. He's gonna
Yeah. And he'll have that like outside perspective of like, this sounds good, add this here, this sounds like shit.
yeah.
You know?
We knew nothing about Chalzen going into that, and because like all their songs are very similar to us. They're about
Yeah.
drinking, they're about having fun. So I listened to them and I'm like, yeah, I love this. But when we saw them live, I was like, oh no, they're pros. I was
Yeah.
like, I did not know these dudes could drink 14 beers and then fucking put on the craziest show I've seen.
Yeah.
Like they killed it every night.
Yeah, they were the highlight of every night of that tour.
Yeah, we went home from that tour smiling, very, very. I was like, is this what it's like to be happy?
Right?
This is good. Feels good.
Just talking about making friends as adults.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, we just made friends.
Yeah.
I mean that's the thing I miss about being on the road is just like all the people you meet that you end up doing runs with, or you would like we did a couple runs where we planned days off in certain cities just to like hang out with friends that we had met from like the tours previously. And like that's the shit I miss. Like now I'm an adult that works full time and has bills, so like I don't get to travel as much unless it's for work. So it's like I just text these people or see them like online. It's like I'd rather just pull up. I miss pulling up in North Carolina and being like, oh, we're in Raleigh, like we should go see fucking this guy, and shit like that.
I didn't know you were in a band. What do you play with?
So I never played anything. I was always the TM or merch person. But I used to run with a band called Exit Emergency out of Iowa. They've been RIP since like 2015 ish, I think. But just dudes I went to high school with that, you know, played pop punk and then kind of turned more emo towards the end. But just some good solid times on the road.
Yeah, the pop punk to emo pipeline, man. I'll get you. That's awesome. No.
Yeah, it was always a good time. We end up becoming. We might have talked about this on your episode the last time, or I talked about it on another episode. But we end up becoming like the drinking band in our scene, like heavily. So like the last tour we did was the 11-day run, and every day I think we went through at least 1 to 2 30 racks. I mean, there was like 7 of us in the van because we were touring with another band, but yeah, every day it was for sure stock up on 30 racks and just keep going.
Yeah,
Yeah.
those are rookie numbers, bro. No, I'm kidding. That's pretty good. Now
That's
yeah,
kind of where we're at.
we're in the same boat where it's more like the very next day it's like who's driving, trying to figure that out. But hopefully this next time will be better because the next tour will be with Shift Meal, who we love. They're incredible. Yeah, have you heard of them?
No, just tonight when you started saying their name, I don't think I'd heard of them before.
Jake from Shift Meal is on Less, and he's also on Men at Work, and he's both of them. So it's only a 2-piece. They're kind of like Origami in that they're like a 2-piece emo band, but they're like front bottoms, but a lot less lame. Like their songs are like super fucking emotional and awesome, and he's a hell of a songwriter. And
they do not sound like a fucking 2-piece. It is
No, yeah.
insane.
And it's a dude with acoustic guitar and a
Even
drummer,
live.
and they control the crowd. They're incredible. So, but they also drink a lot. They have fun. They're cool guys. So we're excited to tour with them. But my voice is raspy and shitty, and I don't care how I sound. Very Jeff style, where it's like, it's kind of funner if it sounds like shit. I don't know. Sometimes it is. But Jake's voice is very, very good. So they're like, all right, we got to take a break here. I'm like, let's keep going. I'm like playing on the tour. I'm like, who cares? I'm like, no, dude, we can. We're supposed to sound good. I'm like, oh, I don't know about that. That's not what we do. We just have fun and figure it out as we go.
Yeah, the more beers and cigarettes and late nights, the voice gets raspier and deeper.
But that's why Jake's always scared to hang out with us because
Yeah.
he smokes cigs and he drinks, and he's like, I can't hang out with you guys too much. We'll see how the story goes. Should be fun.
Yeah.
Before we like start to transition to like the later half of this episode, I just want to make sure I didn't like miss anything, between Familiar Ghost or Ghost Familiar that you want the people to know about.
Great songs, good tunes.
Yeah, no, I mean, nothing necessarily, just the fact of, we just hope the name gets out there and that we can keep playing more shows. And I don't know, right now, like, I know me and John and Andrew are unemployed. And for us, first time in a long time. For you, yeah,
First time.
he just got done college, so he's like, so I don't. We're all like kind of hitting this point. We're like, all right, well, maybe we should really try.
Yeah.
So like, really want to play shows, and like that's why we're kind of reaching out to everybody. Like, hey, you want us to play your basement? We'll play your basement. Just like, let us know. That's why I know you do the Beers with Bands Fest now.
Yeah.
You better keep us in mind.
Oh, I will.
But no, that's it, man. We just want to play shows. We want to show people the music. Have people boo us. I don't give a shit. Just want to play.
Whatever. Yeah, no, we even on this last tour, we played to packed houses and we played to 6 people. We're used to playing to the other bands or somebody brings out a crowd and we,
Yes.
we play to.
Yeah, that's what's
70,
that's what's weird
80,
about
90
kind of all of us is
Yeah.
we've played really, really good shows, but we played holy shit. Nothing. Literally, I've literally played to no one.
Yeah.
Where we stopped after two
Yeah.
songs and all right, well, I guess we'll go home.
Yeah.
Damn near tomatoes being thrown,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, we
Well,
played-
I mean, I can't remember what song it was exactly, but I found one of the songs on the Sad Jams playlist. Shout out We're Trying Records for the playlist that they put out every week. And then that's what kind of led to us doing this. So I think there's a good audience out there that'll find a lot of these songs and like connect with it and like have a good time with it. And then just hopefully you keep playing more shows and doing stuff and playing to more than just 6 people. We've all been there. Everyone's been there, so we know how that goes. But like these songs are killer either way.
I appreciate it, dude.
Thank you.
And yeah, that's awesome. You found that through the We're Trying Sad Jams. Crazy coincidence. I was listening to the Sad Jams playlist and it updated where like all the songs got deleted. I watched it in real time, me getting added. I was like, whoa! And I was, that's me. And like it was very cool because I listen to that every week as well. Like they put out, bangers. But I didn't know you found it through that. And when I saw you followed us, I was like, that's very nice of him. He found us through Dr. Phil. And I asked you, you're like, you're in that band? I was like, yeah, dude. I was like, shit, I didn't know you didn't find us through that. So that's very, very cool. And it's very cool
Yeah.
when Frank does that every week.
Yeah, I mean, shout out to Justin. They're celebrating 10 years this year. Obviously, this episode comes out after, but their 10-year anniversary shows this weekend. But yeah, I've been following that podcast that playlist for a while. So like I've been finding a lot of sick bands lately, and obviously came across you guys. And yeah, we had that funny moment where I didn't even realize you were in this one, which is great. But yeah, it's killing it all around.
Very rad. Very rad.
But we're going to start to transition here. Before we get to the storytelling part of this episode, obviously this is Beers with Bands. You don't have to be drinking on these episodes because I'll definitely do that for you. But I know y'all have some fine beverages in front of you on this fine Wednesday night. Nice, hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
What are y'all drinking tonight?
Oh, nothing
Well.
too special. Just Bud Lights, Ultras.
Bud Lights and Ultras, yeah.
Yeah.
I like
Dude, we're hams specialists.
I do love
usually.
hams, of course.
Yeah.
We love them. We actually, I mean, not to throw them under the bus because they didn't answer me yet, but I hit them up yesterday. The Chugs, who
Oh yeah.
dude, they're incredible. And like we've chatted before, and Dr. Philike had Dr. Philike's whole thing was every album cover, everything had hams in it. There was like every picture we had a hams. We like
The music video.
the music
Like
video
a
had
Hams ad.
all over the place. And I hit them up years ago and I was talking to them and showed them the video. Dude, that's incredible. I added you to this playlist. They added Uncle Dan
Yep.
to their drinking playlist. And I just hit them up. I'm like, we're playing St. Patty's Day right by you guys. I messaged him yesterday. I'm like, this could be a good time. So I'm hoping they get back to me because that would be awesome. We would be slamming hams all goddamn day.
Yep.
See, it's crazy because like for me, at least where I was in Iowa, like we had more PBRs, at least around. Like, granted, Busch Light is the beer of choice for Iowa, but I don't
What
want
is-
to be like what
Busch Light.
Yeah,
For the farmers.
yeah. But I obviously was a punk kid, so I wanted to drink PBRs and fuck all the people that drank Busch Lights. But then I moved to the Twin Cities, and like most bars would always have hams on hand instead of PBRs most times. So it was a culture shock for me, kind of, which is weird as a saying that's a culture shock. But then I switched over to hams in the last couple of years, and now I've just been strictly like hams all the way, which never thought I'd see the day that would happen. But it's been a great time.
Let's see the day.
Hams all the way. Never thought I'd say that. You're a poet and you didn't even know it.
If you want to use that line, feel free. Just tag me in
I
the
wrote
in the
it.
credit line.
It's gonna be a
No.
little ad lib on the record. Yeah.
I'll be honest, I never even heard of hams until I started hanging out with you and Charlie. Now, granted, that's almost a decade ago now at this
Yeah.
point. But I didn't even know hams existed. I was a I started with Budweiser, and I would have just shitty beer, but been drinking Bud Light for probably about a decade.
Yeah.
But yeah, little craft beers here and there, but Bud
Well,
Light's my beer of choice.
So similar to what you said with Busch Light and PBR, there was also that clash with PBR and Natty Light here, where like everybody, all the kids were drinking Natty Light.
When I was too poor to afford Bud Light, it was Natty Light.
Most of us
Because
started.
Natty Light is essentially just watered down Bud Light.
Yeah. Well, most of us started drinking way too young, honestly,
for sure,
like
for
like
sure.
12, 13. Like this is a fucked up town. But so we started drinking way
I'm not
early.
from this town.
Well, I'm sure you still started
Yeah.
drinking the same time. But anyway, so yeah, I was the same way. I was drinking PBRs, so like I was like against the grain, and I don't know, it was stupid. But now I think PBR tastes like
Awful.
it tastes like BO.
It's a metal
I can't
spoon.
drink it.
It
I
tastes
don't-
like a metal
Tastes
spoon.
metallic.
Like you're
I
chewing
don't
on a
know
metal
if it's
spoon.
like
Yeah.
if it's because I drank it so much or it's just as bad
See,
now.
I never
I'm not
really
sure.
drank
I
it.
never liked it. Then
I
again,
had it
I'm
here and there, but
a mixed drink person, so but I just never PBR like
this guy.
yeah.
Yeah, like I was the guy that like if there was a house show going on, I'd stop at the liquor store, pick up like 12-pack PBRs, or even after work on like a Friday, go pick up a 24-pack of like Tall Boys of PBRs. Like I always had PBRs on deck. And then yeah, something like I was at a show maybe a couple months ago, and since I don't live with the dudes I used to live with that saw me always drinking PBRs, and I switched over to Hams. He's like, "Do you want a beer?" And I was like, "Yeah." He went and got me a PBR, and I took that first sip, and I was like, "This doesn't taste right." Like I'm gonna power through it because it's a free beer, but like
Right.
I needed to switch back to Hams like immediately.
No, I get that 100%. Last year not we were all, but like me and a few of my friends were at Fest, because we get a Fest every single year. It's one of my favorite fucking things in the world. By far a dream for this band as well to play. But I was there last year drinking all day, and apparently their fridges broke at this one venue. And I didn't know that. And the band Guilt was about to do a Linkin Park cover set. And it's packed to the brim. There's people lined up outside. They're not getting in. And we're all in. I was like, yo, I don't care. Give me whatever. My buddy gets me all warm PBR. I am about 20 beers deep throughout the whole day. I grabbed it. I was like trying not to throw up. And there's this whole crowd of people in front of me that did not speak English. They were all these Spanish speaking people. And they're like, no. And I was like, no, it's okay. Like explaining. And eventually like, I'm trying to give them the beer, and they're all screaming. And once they found the village behind me, I was like, I just don't want this. Do you want this? And they're like, yeah, sure. Sorry. And they're all hugging me, and we all eventually figured it out. But I sat there and I had to like recompress while this like awesome set was going on. I was like, God damn it, PBR fucks me over.
Yeah.
900th time.
Dude, a lot of homies are playing Fest this year. Like the Fest lineup this year is fucking insane.
I'll be there.
Like if you get a chance, I'll have to send you some names, but like my friends in TV Cop from Iowa are playing, and they fucking like, I might just be biased, but like best band in the fucking world, and I'm so happy that they're fucking playing. Like they fucking rip.
Love that. Yeah, I'll definitely check them out. I know our buddies in Goalkeeper playing.
Yep.
And last time they played, Mark walks up, because I'm playing in also, I don't even know if I'm supposed to say this yet, but me and Mark are working on a hardcore side project with
Okay, sick.
recorded by Nick from Stories of Far and Man Overboard. But he's a hell of a fucking musician. He wrote all the songs. They're incredible, and he asked me to scream on them, so they're awesome. But he's playing with Goalkeeper, and last time we were there, he was like, yo, you should sing Just Say It on stage. And I was like, okay, I'm like really drunk. And he's like, no one cares. I'm like, okay. And it was like so surreal. And I felt like I was like, I didn't want to leave the stage. Like I played it, they're like, okay, Sean, that's enough. I was like, okay, I guess you don't want to sing anymore? I'm like, no, that's it. Your little guest thing is all you do. I'm like, all right, I'll leave. But that was, yeah, they're fucking incredible. Those dudes are hell of musicians. But yeah, it's fun to see your buddies play. Shift Mill got to play last year. That was so much fun. Chowson, that's actually how we met them. Well, I met them at Fest, saw them live, and I said, holy hell, you guys are fucking good. I said, if you ever want to play Philly, let me know. And they told me later on that they were like scared to play with us because I was like just yapping them up and so drunk and like just like basically like, hey, you guys are so fucking amazing. They're like, God, are we playing with some fanboy? And I was like, I don't know you that well. I just was drunk that night. But it ended up working out. Yeah, Fest is the best.
Yeah. Well, I think we're nice and loose. Obviously, Sean and I've been telling stories, but this is kind of the storytelling part of the episodes where we kind of talk about some fun stories from everyone's time at music, whether it's shows, tours, time recording. Just think about the shenanigans you always get into with your friends. Obviously, it doesn't have to be just familiar ghost stories. It can be ghosts of your past. I don't know, tying it in full circle. But yeah, just think about all the stories you reminisce about with your friends. Statute of limitations is a thing, so don't incriminate yourself if you don't want to. Just be safe. But yeah.
Nothing, man.
Yeah.
Can't talk about anything.
No, I mean, I don't know where to go with it. Any good stories?
I don't know. I mean, we've toured with a couple bands that we've been in. I don't know. Yeah.
Play in a different country.
It sucks. I feel like I have stories.
Oh,
all the
yeah, there
time.
you go, Ireland.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's a great story. Yeah. So, sorry, Andrew, I'm leaving you out a little bit on this one, but me, Mitch, and John, and Chal, and our buddy Eric as well, all playing Uncle Dan, and so Chal got married in Ireland, which was so awesome, incredible. We ended up using it to have an Irish vacation, having so much fun, and we all had the realization like every single one of us is going to
The
be
whole
here.
band's gonna be.
We
there.
gotta play, right?
Yeah.
So we hit up this venue, hit up these bands, and
What was it, like an Irish punk Facebook group or something? And then how it got
Chal figured it all out.
Yeah.
I don't know, but either way, that the band responded and they were so cool, and they're like, "Hey, dude, you can use all our instruments. Do not worry about it." Once again, we played with this band, Bar Tape. We played with A Dead Human, and the other one was like a raunchy name. What was it? It was like Men of Paws.
yes.
Yeah.
Very
It was Men O Pause.
But was
They
they were all like old farts who were just absolutely insane. Those were the nicest guys on Facebook. They're like, use whatever you want.
Yeah, I used their bass.
Yeah, they were great.
All that. Yeah, there was music. It was like very like Sex Pistols-y,
Yeah.
like super
Yeah.
super
It was-
early '80s punk.
It was
But yes, raunchy.
like basically
raunchy.
like if Fucker and the Pussy Guy
Yeah.
ran band. It was like a mess. But Bar Tape, skate punk band, played
Yeah.
Fest before. They fucking rocked. Dead Humans, a newer band. They're young kids and they ripped. They like had like more hardcore riffs and shit. They were good. Everybody was good. But we headlined and the bass was fucking packed.
Yeah.
I figure
absolutely
probably 80
packed.
people from the wedding.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say a lot of our friends. We didn't just have a
Yeah.
draw in Ireland.
Yeah.
But what was
But, like,
funny
all the
is
people from
what
the
was funny
wedding.
is everyone saw the crowd and just
Yeah.
figured we
So
were
there were
famous.
there
So
were
like
a
people
ton
were in
of
the front
randos.
going nuts.
Yeah.
And when we met Bar Tape, as soon as we met them, we saw that he had a Menzinger shirt on from Philly. And we're like, and it was not just a Menzinger shirt, it was like a Fest type Menzinger shirt. We're like, oh, that's fucking awesome. Like, we got a lot in common. We're talking.
Mhm.
And we already were going to play After the Party by the Menzingers because Charles getting married and that's their
That
wedding
was-
song
yeah,
or like
yeah.
wedding whole vibe.
Yep.
So we were going to play that regardless. And we ended up playing our whole set. We played that song. We're like, you guys like the Menzingers? Like, yeah.
Yeah.
We played like 6 more Menzinger songs.
I don't know if it's six.
And it was like,
No, we did play Good Things.
Good Things.
And then Irish Goodbyes.
Goodbyes. Yeah.
we played Intermission too, didn't we?
No, that was
Nah.
that was
That was a different.
Anyway, it was awesome, and
Yeah.
it was absolutely surreal where we got done, and like they're like, "What's your next date of the tour?" I'm like, "Oh no, we're just like here for a wedding. Like we're not like a band, really. We're just having fun." Like that was definitely
Yeah.
fucking surreal. Though. It was
Yeah.
crazy. That was the
Yeah,
only
just-
day I didn't drink Guinness because I was gonna throw up. 'Cause I was so nervous.
Oh my god.
That was the only time I drank
Yeah.
Coors Light.
That's another one that's overrated. It's Guinness.
No,
Yeah.
I agree.
Irish
I'm
Guinness was
sorry.
so good.
I'm half Irish,
Yeah.
but
Are you?
I'm Irish Italian. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
That's what they all say.
we went to the Guinness factory and everybody's like, "Oh, you get Guinness right from the source. It's like the nectar of the gods. It tastes like fucking Guinness."
Yeah, it tastes like a hot leather couch.
It- it-
I don't know about that. It's just
Don't
it's
listen,
not any better.
I'm the opposite. I think people who say, Irish Guinness is better, I made fun of them so bad. And then I got there, I was drinking like at least 16 Guinness a day.
No,
Absolutely.
listen, I was drinking Guinness in the Irish bars. We went to the Guinness factory and I had a Guinness. Tastes like Guinness.
And that's what everyone was just like, no. You got to get it from this bar because they pour it better.
Mhm.
And I had a Guinness in
Yeah.
every bar, and I'm like, it tastes like Guinness. It does not taste different at this bar. These people don't pour it better. It tastes like Guinness regardless.
For the record, I couldn't
Honestly-
disagree more. Every time someone told me
Yeah.
that, they were right.
Me and Mitch
But
I
tried.
thought,
did it-
I thought
But did it taste different at least getting a Guinness at a bar there compared to a bar here?
yes, it definitely did. Yes, it certainly 100% did. Don't listen to
Okay.
me.
Yeah,
It-
Because
it-
that's what I've always heard is that like it tastes different between the States and there, but then this guy was also pretentious as fuck, but he was like, yeah, I had Guinness so much when I was in Ireland that like I had to reset my palate when I got back to the States because it just
That's
didn't
so
taste
hard.
the same.
Yeah. I had heard that and I was like, oh, okay, there must be
He
something.
said some
there must
guy
be
you
something
talked to.
it.
I don't think it was Bill Burr.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I didn't.
It might have been. It might have been. Who knows who I talked to most days.
Big dog.
Bill Burr definitely did talk about that on when he was on Conan once, where he was like, I had Guinness in Ireland, and then I came back to America, and I had to like start it. He said I had to start at like Coors Light and work my way back up to Guinness in America. I don't see it. I don't get it.
I mean, it
Oddly
wasn't-
enough, you know what else we were drinking in Ireland is Coors Light. It tasted like fucking Coors Light. Do you think people in Ireland are like, oh, try the Coors Light in America? It's the best.
Well, you got to go to Colorado then. From
Listen,
the source.
Exactly.
All I-
No, nobody's saying
all I
that.
know is I tried Guinness maybe 4 times in my life before Ireland, and I thought it was disgusting. I hate like coffee, and I feel like it was coffee or like I think it was disgusting. And we went there. I literally couldn't stop drinking. Like I had so many, and to the point that like we would be out at night, and like I would already be 10 to 12 deep, and people would challenge me to drink offs. And I've seen people like they were like passing out to the ground, and they would get back up and challenge me again. And they're like, I could out drink you. I'm like, dude, you just fell. And they're like, I'm like, you can't. And you know what though? I think they could have. Like I think they could have beat me, but like, what's the point? Like you are a mess. Like I don't know. I feel like they physically could take down more beer, but they couldn't handle it. They were hammered. We were not hammered. I couldn't tell you one night we were a
I
mess
don't think I drank.
because we were just drinking at all.
I
I
don't
feel
think
like
I
the
drank.
Irish in general were not able to handle their beers as much as we were.
Oh no, we're
That's where we just lost the entire Irish
Yeah.
audience right there. They're like, oh, fuck you boys.
we're professionals. We're from Delco.
Yeah.
Well, listen, this is just a challenge to any Irish. Bring us back.
Yeah.
I'll challenge you to drink on.
Pay for us to come on over.
No, I did like when you got like a vodka Red Bull or like a vodka cranberry, they just gave you like the cup of vodka
Yeah.
and the Red
Yeah.
Bull, or like
School.
they had like, I don't know, I guess it's because they don't have like all the preservatives and stuff like that, but their cranberry juice over there,
Same
it was like
with the orange juice.
just like fresh. Like
Yeah.
it was like it tasted, and the orange juice with screwdrivers,
Yep.
it tasted so good because it wasn't like 6 other ingredients. It was like orange juice.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cranberry juice.
Speaking of, I found out the hard way they don't know what a screwdriver is in reference to a drink. I asked for a screwdriver at the bar. They're like, "Fuck, are you talking about?" Like they thought I wanted a tool,
An actual screw. Yeah.
vodka and orange juice. They're like,
Yeah.
oh,
This
okay.
is before we end the Irish talk. I also met this guy, Podrick, who was the nicest fucking dude. We talked for so long, and like my fiance and his fiance went off to like have like a Taylor Swift love sesh talking about her. And I'm like, all right, we can talk whatever. He's like, what are you into? I was like, you ever hear like Motorhead, like this? And he's like, oh my God. We like drank all night talking about like punk and metal music. And when he went to the bathroom, I ordered a Rebel vodka to like wake up a little bit because it's a long trip.
Mhm.
So I'm drinking the Rebel vodka, and a group of guys come up, like almost trying to fight me, and they're like, they're like, "Oh, what the fuck you doing?" Blah, blah, blah. And they're fucking screaming at me. I was like, dude. I was like, I'm just, blah blah. They're like, you gotta drink a Guinness. I'm like, I've had plenty. I'm like, I'm just drinking this for a second. Like, relax. And as I'm in the thing, the dude comes back from the bathroom. He's like, "Oh, fuck off, you hooligans! Get the fuck out of here!" And he shoots him away. He's like, "Yeah, don't deal with those people. They don't know what they're doing." And we're like, all right. I'm like, this guy like defended me and like he's like, here, I'll put my arm around you and they know I'm with you for now. I was like, okay. The next 45 minutes, this dude's arm was around me.
It's like your guys.
Yeah, it's just like it was like a bunch of 19-year-old kids trying to like knock me out at the bar for drinking one Red Bull vodka. He's like, yeah, finish that up though. Like, be quick with
for
that.
real though. Yeah, get rid of that.
That's my last Irish story.
Yeah.
We got a lot of those.
I didn't care. I drank what I wanted to drink.
Oh,
no
yeah,
one said
yeah.
nothing to me.
Well, you
were
showed up in a
hammering nice
fedora
drinks.
and immediately the
No. The Jeff Cap.
Jeff
Yeah.
Cap.
Like
Sorry,
very
not a fedora.
touristy looking.
Dude, he shows up 3 days after me, and he walks into Jeff Cap. I'm like, oh no, what are you doing? And immediately these two like college girls are like, oh my god,
Yeah.
I gotta get a picture with this
Love
guy. Like, just because he looks so goofy. I was like, dude,
Still.
It's crazy because like the like when I was over there, I noticed that like no one wore like graphic tees.
no.
No one wore like band T-shirts. No one had like Coca-Cola, insert product placement over there. It was like blue, green, brown, and gray shirts, and that's it. And like someone was like, "Yeah, I can tell you're American because I had on a band T-shirt."
Yeah.
Like they're like, no one just wears this stuff out.
Yeah. Well, but that's the
Ball caps too.
We had me and my fiance and Neil had these people walk up to us. It was like a group of like they gotta be 13 years old. These girls, and they walk up. They're like USA, USA. I'm like, how'd you even know I was from the US? Like I just got here, and they were like, you're wearing khaki shorts. You're wearing a graphic tee. You have a handlebar mustache and a baseball hat. And I was like, okay, that's fair. I was like, that's what I literally always wear. This is what I'm wearing right now, just minus the stash. Okay, sorry, Michael.
Yeah, so-
that's the tangent you were talking about.
We went to
Sorry.
Ireland.
Yeah.
once. That's about it.
No, that's literally like a bucket list for like a lot of people. Just one, to even get to play a show in like Ireland or the UK, but to also get to do it and celebrate a buddy's wedding. That's still very cool to tie it all in and take the time to like set up a show and just have a good time. Like that's fucking sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Oh, I'm trying to think.
Other band stories.
Yeah, Michael, more questions. Keep us on track. Give us a new thing.
Well, I mean, this is the part of the episode where we can just kind of get all unhinged if we really wanted to, because most of the questions. I have one question left, but it's got to be saved for the very end of the episode because I'm hoping for a good response on it. But I'm sure it's just I'm gonna get let down because it's all in my head. Not that you guys are gonna let me down, but it's just more like it's not the Sheets versus Wawa question. We've done that. It's probably you guys are probably more Wawa than Sheets. So
There's not even sheets really around here.
No, we're this is deep,
And I would
deep
protest
Wawa.
it.
Yeah, we're a deep
I
Wawa.
protested. the tribe
They did talk about opening the Sheets. I think in Delco.
Yeah.
out there. Like,
I think it got.
Out there.
I think it got immediately.
Some guy
shut
set
down.
Little
himself
Wawa
on
every
fire
2
right out
blocks.
front.
no one even goes to the. No one even goes to Royal Farms. No, it's
Dude,
Wawa.
fuck Royal.
Yeah. Sorry. You didn't even ask the question.
No, I'll keep
Any kind
going.
of post.
I'll keep going. Royal Farms.
I'll keep-
Terrible fucking French fries.
Keep going.
Every time I got French
The
fries
chicken's
from
not that good,
Royal
dude.
Farms, it's like fucking cold mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
It's
Granted, the only time I got Royal Farms was fucking 3 a.m. after Marty's one night.
It wasn't good at 3 a.m. Then
No.
it's never going to be good.
Yeah.
Exactly. It was awful.
Sorry.
Anyway.
Anyway, what's your John? What's your
well, no,
I said
he's only
John. I
got.
said I wasn't going to say John.
He said John. I said
Um,
water earlier.
what's your,
Well,
your
he's only
Wawa
got-
sheets, Real Farms?
Oh, there
Where
you
you
go.
at? What do you got?
Well, so I've had each about like once when I've toured through like the East Coast, so I'm not like the best judgment. We hit more Sheets probably than Wawa.
What's your local thing? Like, what's your thing? Like, what do you have?
Okay. Local thing. Twin Cities is hard. The Minneapolis area is hard because like there's nothing like really good. I'm from Iowa, where even outside of the Twin Cities, our version of Wawa that's spectacular is Casey's General Store. That's the spot where like even on a Friday night, like we'll order pizzas from a gas station because it'll be better than ordering it from like an actual pizza place.
Really?
It's fucking phenomenal.
It's good to know.
They do. If you're coming through the Midwest, they do an amazing breakfast pizza as well. That is Oh my god, I wish I lived closer to one of these gas stations just so I could get breakfast pizza on the regular.
That sounds good. Little was it like egg and
Oh yeah, so they do an egg and sausage, and then they do like an egg and bacon with like the gravy on there. Like one of my locations that I used to work at had a Casey's right next to it. So like I'd go out, drink on like a Friday night, stop at the gas station on my way to work because it's right next door, grab a couple slices, grab like a big gulp, and then be hungover at work, and then just have like a drawer where I had 2 slices of pizza that I would just pull out every once in a while and just eat a slice. And then it was fucking phenomenal.
that's the life. That is the life.
Yeah.
Well, don't worry. When we're playing Beers with Bands Festival, we're
Yeah.
gonna get some
Casey's.
breakfast pizza. We're gonna bring it over to you.
I haven't had breakfast pizza in a while.
Yeah.
Doogies.
Yeah. We have a place called Uncle Oogie's that makes
South
breakfast
Philly.
pizza. It's very good. Very, very
Oh,
good. They have it also in down the shore. What's that? The Sea Isle?
Oh, he's not gonna be.
Is there a Noogies in Sea Isle?
We keep warning whoever has the blanket on to not jerk off under the blanket. That's like not allowed.
Answer that.
Just because the video's on and everything.
I did forget about it for a second.
Right. Sorry, Mike. Is this live?
You can cut all this.
Nah, most of it's gonna stay probably.
Oh yeah. We had a bit earlier where I spoke to Sig. I was like, we should everything we say, we go, cut that. We forgot to do that bit at all.
Well, that's Always Sunny podcast. They would do that.
Yeah, oh yeah. that's
Oh
right.
yeah.
Cut that.
I missed that. It's Always Sunny podcast.
Me too.
Yeah.
It was the one thing getting us through that moment in time, and like they skyrocketed as a podcast, and then immediately were like, oh, this is a lot. And
Yeah.
I
And
mean,
then
to be fair,
And then the show did this.
No.
You like the new seasons?
I haven't. Seasons?
I don't know.
Yeah. I took your blanket.
Oh man,
Them going to Ireland was pretty funny.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Sorry,
It would have been cool if obviously pandemic fucked that whole season up. If they
Yeah.
would have been actually like able to go to Ireland and like fully do it, like
Yeah.
that'd been sick.
That was in Ireland. That season. That was like 2 seasons ago.
Yeah, but wasn't some of that green screened?
No. No, they were in Ireland. Listen, I'm not a
I could
producer
be wrong too. I'm not gonna argue.
in Ireland and filmed at least exterior shots were in
I
Ireland.
do not know enough to dispute.
Yeah. Who knows what's real these days with AI?
Yeah.
All right, so we're at the point.
As
of the podcast
Mitch,
where we're talking
as
about
Mitch
Denver.
does like some AI, like twist.
Yeah.
This whole thing has been AI.
That's what it was. It was AI. It wasn't green screen.
Yeah.
The blanket's hiding all of the wires right now.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
He's not even really.
Yeah. Simulation.
Mitch starts T-posing.
Flying around.
All right.
Gotta put in the cheat codes.
Well, you know, like this has been a great time. Obviously, like I've said throughout this, Familiar Ghost and Ghost Familiar, it trips me up every time. Ghost Familiar is a solid record that everyone should be listening to, and you know, hopefully, you know, the tour that you guys are going to be doing with blanking on their name. Sorry, say it one more time.
Deal like it's like they work shifts at a restaurant.
Oh, yep. Well, as you said it, like it cut out, so I just want to make sure I heard it. Shift meal. When's that tour happening? Early next year, sometime. It sounds like.
That's gonna be in March. Yeah,
Okay.
early March.
So- Yeah. So everyone, be ready for that. Be ready for the new LP whenever it gets fully done. Obviously, we're not going to rush you. Take as much time as you need. We want to see these songs come out amazing, and I can't wait to see what it's like.
We have it for LP too.
Yeah, it's called The Way of Birds.
Hmm. What were
Go
we
Birds.
or what did we want to call it?
Go Birds. Oh, I don't know. You had some bit.
No. We were talking
Two
about
ghosts.
Oh, Two Ghosts, Too
Two
Familiar.
Ghosts, Too Familiar.
That might be what we all refer to it as. But
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
it's there's a song that references
Space Ghost, Ghost to Ghost.
there's a whole thing. My
That was it. Ghost to Ghost.
Yeah.
Ghost to Ghost is also good.
Ghost to Ghost is, I thought, what it was going to be. Yeah.
Yeah.
Two Ghosts, Too Familiar is phenomenal.
Sorry.
The cover's just like Space
Well,
Ghost
we
with a
could-
bunch of beers. Like,
Yeah. Ghost to Ghost was what I was thinking of.
But
But
yeah, I guess I didn't even discuss this with anyone yet. But it was. And there's a.
We're all hearing it for the first time.
Two familiar, two ghosts is pretty good.
two ghosts, two
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 ghosts.
familiar, two foot.
Yeah, like
What
fan,
is it? Familiar?
It's a work in
Ghost,
progress.
ghost, familiar.
Like Too Fast, Too
Ghosts,
Furious.
familiar.
Yeah.
like Fast and Furious,
Yeah,
Too
that
Fast.
was
Yeah,
my
yeah,
bit.
yeah.
Familiar
We have a
Ghost,
song
Tokyo
called
Drift.
"Forget About a Cut."
No.
Mitch?
Anyway, yeah. So
I know you
what
know.
I'm thinking of, we'll see if this sticks, because it might just be a fucking goofy ass Two Ghosts Too Familiar. But the Way of Birds is a lyric in a song about my great grandmother that comes out in the next record, and she gave me like this bird watching book, where like I'm trying to like recreate the album, put it on the thing, but there's a whole lyric about the way of birds, and you know, I don't know, it makes sense when you hear it, but
Yeah.
you know, it's a classic lyric on the record, which is one of my favorite things. I don't like naming the record after a song name. I'm not a big fan, but I love naming it about a lyric. Like when it shows
Yes.
up, you're like, oh, that's the lyric. That's the album name. This is important.
Yeah, it's like that whole Family Guy bit of, you know, when the name of the movie is a line in the movie.
Get it? Yes. Yeah, or no, or and also Barry. Me and Kerry quote it all the time, where he's like, what are you guys, some type of swim instructors? And he's like, that's the name of the movie. They can't get that. Kerry quote that every time we hear the movie's name in
Yeah.
the movie. Anyway, but no, yeah. So that's the whole gist of the record. We'll see. The name could change, but that is what I'm thinking.
Ghost to Ghost.
No.
No, Two Ghosts, Too Familiar.
I mean, since you told us the possible working titles, I haven't announced this anywhere, and I still got to figure out dates and everything. So it's still very early for Beers with Bands Fest 3. But my working title for it right now is Beers with Bands Fest 3. Oops, all emo.
That's a
Ooh.
classic.
Love it.
Yeah. My working title for Beers with Bands Fest 2 was Beers with Bands Fest 2 Electric Boogaloo. Always Sunny. reference.
Another
Two beers, two bands. Nah. Fuck.
Two-
Fuck.
two-
That's stupid.
two bands, two fest.
Too familiar.
Two familiar bands with two beers. And
You fucked up. That could have been good.
Yeah, these are all good. We're gonna have to keep talking after this ends to fully flush these out. I think.
Yeah, you're welcome to drink 9 more beers with us, Anthony. This is
All
done.
right, I'll see what I can do. I'm almost done with 3. I'm being very weak tonight. This is also
Good time.
I'm within the next 7 days. I'm recording 5 episodes, and this is day 1. So
We did discuss earlier, like, I wonder how much he actually does.
It's a perfect excuse. Like I have.
yeah,
I'm doing the podcast. I have to drink.
Yeah,
exactly. It works out. But my final 2 questions before we fully end. One, I always like to end off these episodes on a high note. So my first question to the 4 of you is, from your time in Familiar Ghost, what has been your favorite moment that you've gotten to experience so far?
We can start with Andrew all night.
Yeah, Andrew's
Yeah,
definitely a baby.
The first night of our tour with Chowsand, we got to play in Philly. We did an impromptu cover of Break Stuff by Limp Bizkit.
all right.
Oh hell yeah!
And we all thought
Extremely
the floor
impromptu.
was about to cave in because of how much people were just having a good time and loving it. And it was at this bar, the Tin Can, that actually like closed down like 2 days after we played it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the fact that we got to have just like kind of like, you know, a hometown record
Farewell.
release, like, you know,
Yeah.
all the stuff paying off, the records out, like it was cool.
Yeah, and impromptu meaning
Really.
we
impromptu.
literally
Yeah.
we were at the end of the set, and people were still cheering and, you know, yelling one more song. We literally didn't know one more song.
No, we all learned all this.
The
We
day
played
be-
all the songs.
The night before,
We're
we
a
were
very
here.
we're a very like 30-45 minute set, like
Yeah,
and
yeah.
we learned that and that's it.
Exactly.
Like,
Yeah.
kinda thing. Like
We know what we're gonna play, and that's the set.
yeah.
The day before, we had been here rehearsing, and I guess we were
I think it was
in
Matt
drop
who played,
D.
right?
Yeah, and Matt was learning Tornado, since that's
He-
in drop
he
D.
played
That
it
end of the
wrong.
set, he played like a D sharp, and I think it was Mitch that brought up like, oh, that's
Oh, of course,
Yeah,
yeah.
because Mitch was playing
That's-
trumpet. He's like, oh, that's Limp Bizkit. I was like, oh no, please no.
So it literally got to that point of the night, and it's like, I don't know if it was
Dude,
you.
They
or
just played
you
the
were like-
same riff over
Yeah,
and over
dude,
again.
it's like supposed to
Didn't
be.
you know the song is?
Yeah,
No,
Just-
it does change.
Whatever.
Whatever.
Either
we
way,
got
they
to
play the
supposed to be
same
like
riff.
the like.
And yeah, we made the bit of "Give Me Something," the song on the record, because he
Oh,
goes,
that's right.
"Give me something to bring." I was like, let's play the whole song up to "Give Me Something." We go, "Give me something," and we just switch right to that
Give
song,
me some.
and everyone's
Yeah.
just upset about it. No one likes it.
Yeah. So
It
we
was-
were
It was a bit.
playing it here in Shoney's basement, just fucking around, and then it was like
The
the
night
next
before.
night it was like it's
Doing
fresh
it
in our
in front of
brains.
a bunch of
And
people, yeah.
Well-
Matt from Chowson ended up coming
Yeah.
up and singing more than half of the lyrics
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
we
So
didn't even know the
We
lyrics.
ended our set, and we did this cool thing where like Andrew goes right into after the end. He goes into. We realized that the very last note at the end is the first note of "Hey Allison" by Jeff Rosenstock.
Mhm.
So we ended our set with ba 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 "Hey Allison," and we like went into this cool
So
thing.
first of all, that was already, fans of us know that song because they're probably also fans of Jeff
Of
Rosenstock.
course, he's our biggest influence.
So
by
Shawnee
far.
was already crowd surfing and singing "Hey Allison," so that's what the crowd was already at
maximum
1000%.
losing their mind.
So yeah, by
Everyone
the end
was
of by the
everyone
end
was
of Hey
screaming
Allison,
like the bass line to the end. They were da 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 da.
yeah,
They were like all screaming. Everyone, it was awesome.
yeah,
The Philly show was so sick.
incredible.
And then I got back and they're like, one more song. We don't know any. I was like, oh wait, Matt, you know that one? And he just goes, and Chowson, who is Matt from Chowson, is hammered, and he runs up, he's grabbing my,
and he knew all the lyrics.
Yeah, and like I didn't.
Yeah,
I just know.
Yeah.
Give
It's
me
like the-
something to break. That's
It's a
like all I
breakdown
know.
with like the chainsaw part, and we're still just going.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
We were gonna just stop, but he kept singing. So we
And every person in the place is hammered, so they're all walking up to us like, "That was the sickest thing I ever seen." I was like, "It was definitely not," but I appreciate it so much.
yeah, and
Thank
like
you
Andrew
so
said,
much.
we
It was
we
sick.
could feel the
Raw,
floor.
but sick.
Yeah, oh yeah, like,
Yeah.
literally, it was a mess. It was a mess. Dude, they walked up the people who owned the place because like Andrew said, it was closing down,
Mm-hmm.
and they were like, "That's the most money we ever made in a night." And I was like, "That's just because we brought 12 people who drink like fucking fish." I was like, "This isn't like because we're famous or anything."
Nah,
But we got paid.
and that
really
yeah,
well
that
for
was the other
for some
reason that we could continue to play and play break stuff. And they were just like,
Yeah, they were like, "We don't
we're
care."
buzzing.
Yeah, I was crowd surfing. My head almost hit the ceiling. It was-
Multiple times.
Like,
I feel like the crowd was actually trying to get you to hit the ceiling. I was like sitting there because I was playing trumpet at the time, and I was like laughing kind of because I'm just seeing them
You were
purposely.
playing trumpet during Limp Bizkit?
Yeah, I was in
And laughing
I,
into
it was
it.
chaos. I didn't know what was going on. I was literally, I don't know the lyrics. And people were like just grabbing them, like, get out of my way.
It was right there.
I wasn't even in the band at that point. I was just getting tossed around.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun. Good call, man. That was good. That's when Chelsea was like, this band's actually legit.
Oh, yeah.
Like, no,
It was the start of a beautiful friendship.
yeah.
Make sure they listen to this. We've been sucking their dick.
No, I actually don't want to listen to this. We're too nice. I need to have
Just
a little.
immediately block all your numbers. It's like, nah, they're still fanboying too hard.
Yeah. And I definitely did fanboy more after the tour for sure.
Yeah.
All right,
Okay.
you're up.
Oh my god, that was one thing.
That was fun.
How much time do we got?
I mean, he picked the best one.
yeah, it was
Yeah,
good.
you can also say it was your favorite too
Might
as
be
well.
all of our
If you don't
thing. I
have,
know if
yeah.
anyone has any
I mean,
differing
the tour,
opinion,
the tour
but-
in general,
Yeah,
Yeah.
those whole 4 days were so much
No,
fun.
it-
the
it's-
brewery.
It seriously was like that tour was so I don't know, cathartic, where it was like obviously we're just drinking and having such a good time with our
Mhm.
friends doing this and like meeting Chowson and like most of those dudes are just like I don't know normal guys.
Yeah.
And when I'm watching them do it, like I don't know, to me it was like I could do this. This is cool. This is so fucking rad that they were bringing out way more people than us, but every time they're on stage, they're like, you better buy Familiar Ghost record. These guys are the coolest dudes ever.
Yeah.
Just felt so good.
Yeah, in their hometown show, we played a brewery in some town in Connecticut, where it was like,
There's a couple.
Huh?
A couple towns.
Yeah, there's
Wallingford.
It was Waterford, Connecticut.
Thank you, Jesus Christ. We played a brewery that probably could have fit easily 200 people. And Chowson brought easily 150 people, and 0 of them were there to see us.
None. But one or my one buddy from Connecticut showed up.
That's true.
But like, for all those people to come out and support their friends, or their friends,
Right.
the band that they're playing with, they don't even know.
It was such a blind date. They didn't actually know us beforehand.
Right. But a lot of people came out, and that was awesome. But yeah, like I said, the whole tour with those guys, and
it was
in general, us getting to play that tour.
It was reassuring to be like, we could do this thing. Like, that's pretty fucking cool.
Like,
they play similar music to us. Like,
even
we
if
could.
Chowson hadn't been there, let's take Chowson out of the equation. We still would have played that tour. We may not have had as many people come out, and it may not have been as fun, but
what will be good about it then?
I'm saying we could have played that tour and had, people come out each night to a venue. I'm saying we could have promoted that tour for us.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, but like, I don't know. The thing is, we've played tons of shows out of state. You played a bunch of shows out of state. Never have I had that much fun.
Yeah, no, it was a very unique experience
by far. You fucking threw up at the very last moment of the tour.
I don't chug beer very well.
But we literally it's the last show. We're done. We're about to head to the Airbnb. I'm like, and here's to the tour. And Andrew goes, we hit the bar. Or I was like,
I think you were still gonna offer to drive or something.
You're like, I'm sober now.
Yeah.
No, that was it's for real. That was just surreal. It was something we never experienced.
Yeah.
We've done a million of these shows, but never had fun like that. In that, it also felt like, when people were watching us, they were enjoying us, even if they didn't know who we were. Yeah. Yes, that was awesome.
I don't mean take Chowson out of the equation, because I would never do
Well,
that.
I was like, if you take them out, who the
I
fuck seeing
love
us? That's where I'm at.
I'm saying people would still come to see us. We're good.
If they know,
We're good. Is that clipping? Is that audio clipping?
It's omnidirectional.
Okay.
10-cent word.
I'm gonna kill myself.
Cut all of
End
this.
it.
Yeah. Sorry, we're getting sidetracked.
Next,
All right.
Michael, I'm so sorry.
You're good.
He's muted us.
Hopefully this is good.
You shouldn't invite alcoholics on Beers and Bands. That's like number one rule.
That's the perfect people to invite to Beers and Bands, because then it just gets unhinged, and then I feel great. And I have a good time.
You look great, Michael. You look great.
I appreciate that. So I do have the final question, and that I hope this.
I just cracked mine, but it's like a twist off. It doesn't make a noise. It's not that cool.
I hope this question you love as much as I thought of it today when I was going through everything. Because if people have gone on the Familiar Ghost Instagram, you guys used a couple characters for some of your show flyers. You have one with the Philly Fanatic. And then one with Mets Grimace. So my final question to kind of end this off is, who would win in a fight? Philly Fanatic or Mets Grimace?
Good question.
No, it isn't a good question because it's not close.
Well, yeah,
Greedy.
but it's good to think about. It's
But
good
the
to think
Fanatic.
about the
Philly
Fanatic
Fanatic-
beating the shit.
Yeah, that's
Grimace.
Right.
Yeah. You didn't get a little happy when you just thought of the
Philly
instantly the
Fanatic
Fanatic
will
just
beat his
yeah.
ass.
Yeah.
First of all, Matt from Chowson designed those flyers.
They were
fucking-
sick. Yeah.
They're so sick. They're so rad. But yeah, he would kick his ass.
Yeah.
Philly Fanatic would kick almost
Yeah.
any mascot's ass. I can't think of anyone who would beat him.
Great.
Well, Grady's very scary.
Yeah.
Gritty-
Second of
Gritty-
all,
But no, yeah, the Fanatic would beat the shit out of
yeah.
just any.
I don't understand the shit of the Mets just like claiming Grimace, like he's not been the McDonald's
Yeah, trademark this
mascot
entire
since
time.
like the 90s.
Well-
I was like, I don't get it.
I don't know.
Where's Mr. They have Mr. Met.
Yeah, he
Oh
was
yeah.
fine. He's right.
Did they-
Mr.
Wait,
Metz
did they
for
replace
time
Mr.
for a
Met?
beating.
Mr. Met's sitting in a basement right now, tied up because Grimace got killed.
I think you might be
He
right.
probably had
Jimmy Hoffa.
Grimace's milkshake
Yeah,
or whatever that whole thing.
There you go. Yeah, no.
Oh my god! Imagine the field day
Fanatic.
Philly Fanatic would have with Mr. Met.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he would bash his baseball skull open.
Oh my
Yeah.
god!
Like
See,
an
the
egg.
seams.
The seams.
Yeah.
Imagine like the scariest version of Philly Fanatic. His tongue's like going wild.
Yeah. Even like at the Phillies
Like,
games, we're all just cowering in fear at the Philly Fanatic at what could happen at any moment. Like him just like
Yeah,
going off the deep end and just I don't know.
His big googly eyes staring
Yeah.
in my eyes.
He's a scary guy. If you get to see him in person, if anyone ever gets to go to a Philly,
it's like that Game of Thrones when the Mountain fights.
yeah. Pedro Pascal.
Pedro Pascal. Yeah.
I don't know his name.
The Philly Fanatic just ripping Mr.
Crushing.
Met's head apart.
Jesus Christ. Anyway, what'd you say?
Yeah, there you go.
Philly Fanatic?
No, I had a feeling it was going to go that way, which is fair. Obviously, I think we're also in agreement that Gritty would annihilate the Fanatic if it came down to that as well.
The Knight of Kensington, you know.
Yeah.
Whoa. Good Philly joke.
All right.
Yeah.
No, but this has been a great time. You know, like I said, Ghost Familiar is a solid record. If anyone's looking for merch, music, or Familiar Ghost in general, where can they find it?
Yeah, so I mean, Spotify, Bandcamp, find pretty much anywhere we're streaming, you can find our stuff. Like I said, our buddies in Famous Records are going to put out a vinyl soon. They told us we put out a vinyl, so we're debating if we want to master the first vinyl and help put us out, or just wait till the next one. But either way, soon there'll be a vinyl. And then merch, we got some sitting right here. And I'm gonna post on Instagram probably tomorrow, honestly.
The
Trying
Instagram
to sell these.
Such a
at
great shirt.
Familiar Ghost posting.
So
Such a great shirt.
this thing glows in
Glows
the dark,
in the dark.
baby.
Ooh, sick. Nice.
Oregon Trail. My fiance drew it. So she draws all our merch and whatnot.
Shout out, Carrie.
Yeah, Carrie. But so if you want some glow in the dark stuff, let me know. Anyway, what else? I guess that's it. I mean,
Yeah, no hats,
Just-
no koozies.
If you side with
Nah, you'll
Grimace, try us.
no one's siding with Grimace unless you're a weird corporate fucking pig.
No, why? Yeah. No.
I didn't have anything to say.
Everybody
I don't know.
side with the Fanatic.
Who the hell sided with Grimace?
Oh.
He has that
Yes.
milkshake campaign. That was very successful.
Dude, the Ronald McDonald cartoon
Ronald
movies
McDonald
on
would
the
go
VHS.
hard for
Oh,
you.
dude, those were
Those with
killer.
the colored VHS tapes, those ones, awesome.
What are we talking about?
I don't even know what you're talking
It was
about.
like half live action, half cartoon Ronald McDonald movies
Yeah.
yeah.
from the 90s.
You had
They were
some
awesome.
VHS?
Yeah, I have.
I know.
I did too.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think it's a red one and
They're literally doing a whole thing at McDonald's about that right now. They
Really?
got, like a whole
What?
McDonald blend thing. Yeah.
No
I
way.
know nothing about that.
oh my god, dude, I
Man.
watched the shit out of those VHS.
I do not want our podcast to end with us talking about fucking.
Bro, we
I'm
get
fine
to
with
talk
it.
about
I'm
the
fine with it
colored
ending that way.
VHSs. You know, the orange Rugrats in Paris. We can end with
I
that.
know
we can
that.
talk about
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
Yeah, let's.
VHS were ours.
Yo, nostalgia and keywords. And,
Yeah.
Remember Reptar?
Yeah,
right.
Ducky Chan.
Put that in the caption.
But yeah, this has been a great time. Everyone, please go listen to Ghost Familiar. Go follow Familiar Ghost. Be ready for new music, new merch, those upcoming tour dates. And you know, if you're Minneapolis, maybe you'll get to see them next year. We'll figure some stuff out. But you know, one last big thank you to the four of you for taking the time out of your Wednesday to sit down with me and talk about your band.
Thank you.
Thanks for having
Thanks
us.
for
man.
having us.
Yeah,
Fifty
great time.
Last cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, everybody.
Yeah, I'm
We're
standing
getting up.
Oh,
And a cheers to
Let's
Mike.
get the blanket
feels
out.
more-
Cheers.
I have
I like
legs. All right. Air cheers.
All right. And I'll catch everyone on the next episode. See ya.
Beers with Bears. Beers with Bears.